Got a sixth former trying to record something, yeah? Right, cool. Is it going?
Yep, so
There's meant to be a red light on.
it's on the other side.
Alright, cool. Must have broken on that side then. This is going to be like a stupid start to the video.
We can cooperate.
It's definitely on the other side, that's good.
It's good. Right, Mr Sarginson.
Hi there.
Right. What made you decide to go to Sutton Grammar School?
I think it was the, it wasn't just the heritage of the place, it was the opportunity to genuinely work with some of the brightest boys in the country. I mean, the school's got such a reputation, and from what I've seen so far, it more than lives up to it.
Excellent. Secondly, how is this school different to the school you attended as a child?
Well, this is tricky for me. As growing up, I actually attended loads of different schools. About 13 or 14 by final count.
That's a lot.
My parents moved around a lot, so I actually had the privilege of seeing lots of different schools. But truthfully, I actually never went to one quite like this place, which I really, really sort of like.
And if you weren't teaching your current subject, so art, which other subject would you teach and why?
That's a tough one, because all the other subjects have so much to offer.
Yeah.
No, I think music.
Why is that?
I think it's a lot like art in the sense that the best outcomes you don't reach by logical conclusions. You can still have that element of discovering something new.
Yeah, they're both very creative subjects. So, which of the skills are you proudest of, and how did you attain it or them?
Well, I think I wouldn't be doing it right if I didn't say I was proud of how well I can draw. Basically, I was really lucky growing up. I sort of grew up with my grandparents. My grandfather was an artist his entire life and taught me to draw, which was a real privilege to get as well. He was a grammar school teacher too, but yeah, not just the skill, but actually how I obtained it too is a big part of what gives me pride about that.
I assume there was a lot of practice that went into that.
A lot of practice, a lot of being shouted at, a lot of drawing gran. Usual thing.
Would you say that you're still improving, or?
Pardon?
Would you say that you're still improving?
Probably don't practice enough these days behind all the marking, but no, that's the key thing. It is about, and that's what I was lucky about. I was in a position where I was able to draw every day, and it's really important to take advantage of that where you can.
Yeah. So, what is the longest journey you've been on?
Becoming a man. No. Longest journey I've ever been on? I've been quite lucky in the sense my parents live really far away, so 22-hour flights to go see my family once a year are an ordeal.
Yeah. Where is that, just out of interest?
Pardon?
Where is that?
Oh, they live in Malaysia at the minute. They're still globe-trotting around the world, so they're in Malaysia for the next year or two until they go somewhere else.
Yeah. So, which person, living or not, do you most admire and why?
Diogenes.
Diogenes?
Diogenes.
And who would that be?
He's a Greek philosopher, inventor of Stoicism. Yeah, he's based. Check him out.
And why do you admire him the most?
He didn't care what anybody else thought of him. Diogenes is the philosopher who was famous for not wanting anything. I look up to him so much. Alexander the Great stood in front of him once and said, "Hey Diogenes, I can give you anything you want in the world. What do you want?" He went, "Get out my son." I like that sort of attitude.
Would you say that you try to emulate the same philosophy?
No, nowhere nearly as severely. But definitely that idea of only having as much as you need, that's not being superfluous. I mean, that's the key thing to not being pretentious, figuring out, the core basic issue of something.
Yeah. And on a lighter note, what is your favourite artist or band to dance to?
Our favourite artist is Rembrandt. My favourite band changes too much for me to even say.
I meant musical artist.
Pardon?
Unless you like to dance to Rembrandt.
Unless I like to dance to Rembrandt. Musical artist. My favourite musical artist. Coldplay.
Coldplay. Okay. And what is the weirdest job you've ever had?
I worked at a bowling alley on a military base for a while.
Bowling alley.
I was a milkman as well. This job's pretty weird as well, to be honest.
Say bowling alley.
I was a market trader for a while.
Yeah.
All sorts. Yeah, probably working as in a bowling alley was my strangest job.
You look quite young, so I don't know how much time you have to deal with different jobs.
One a year,
Anyway,
since I was 16.
it's a young age.
Oh yeah, because when I was your age, you could start working at 16
Yeah.
and leave school at 16. Gosh, our times have changed.
What is your favourite saying or quote?
What do I say all the time, actually?
Dude.
My favourite saying or quote. Richard III. I wasted time, now time wastes me.
It's quite profound. Why is it your favourite?
Because I always tell it to my students. It's important in school to consider that one.
Good reason. And finally, to wrap this interview up, tell us the most obscure, unknown fact you can think of.
Dogs can't look up.
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
Very good, thank you very much.
That's that. Thank you.
Cheers for that.